Hey, good morning again from the dojo. Just let me ask a quick question without getting too snarky or whack jobby or whatever. Let's just say you and I, we're Americans. I'm a model American, okay? I love apple pie. I support my troops. I pay my taxes. I love country music and rap and rock and roll. I I eat all kinds of food. I like all the American foods like Chinese food and French fries and tacos, you know. I, I'm a pure-blooded American. I love my country. I'm born and bred here. I'm four generations that are so deep. And so I'm sure there's some people like me, right? Now, let me ask you, if I, through my history, have decided I don't like either of these parties, I don't trust either party, I don't know what they're about, I don't feel like they represent me, I haven't felt a kinship with any of them for years and years and years. Trump didn't come along and I went, oh my God, the savior. Nor did any Democrat ever do that either. They've all been, two wings of the same bird to me. I know a lot of how the sausage is made. Policy-wise, sure, I probably lean Dem because, yeah, I'd like to expand Medicaid or Obamacare. I would like to see the middle class not quite as decimated, although, hate to break it to you, the Dems had a huge hand in helping to decimate the middle class too and to offshore all our manufacturing. Two wings of the same bird. NAFTA came from Clinton's regime, so let's not get all, again, I don't care about either team. You're not going to sell me. I know too much about how the sausage is made. But let me ask you, if I don't want the Republican candidate, who else do I have? I have to vote for the other guy. If I don't like the Democrat, who do I have to vote for? The Republican. That's why everyone is detached. I don't want to vote for the worst of the evils. I don't want to vote for anyone I don't like or respect or care about. I don't want to be forced into voting for a team I don't believe in, I wouldn't give money to. I don't like being forced into any of that. To me, that's not freedom. That's not democracy. That's not we the people. That's two teams who have way too much money and way too much power and haven't had real jobs in a long, long time, who just use all the power of their positions to maintain that power. And people say, that's not true. They're there to govern, to this and that. No, I give the same example every time. If I want to run as a Republican, 1,500 signatures. If I want to run as a Democrat, 1,500 signatures. If I want to run as an independent, 5,000 signatures. Who do you think made that rule? The two parties. Who do you think picks our judges in the middle of the night at school, some school gymnasium or auditorium? The two parties together. The committee heads come together and they pick the slate of judges to run on all those working families parties, conservative parties, liberal party, the schmucky party, the Santa Claus party, whatever they all are. They control all the lines. 3 of them are Dem, 3 of them are Republican. And you'll see the 2 names of the judges because they picked 2 judges, 1 of each. They shook hands and said, we'll just do 1 of each. That'll cover us. Checks and balances. We're good. No one wants to spend money on posters or placards or commercials for local judge races because no one knows who they are. No one cares. They just figure, well, if there's 1 of each, it's fair. That's not, again, democracy. That is not me using my freedom as an American to select my representative government. That is me going, okay, who do I pay my taxes to? The new guy. Who did I pay before? The old guy. Is the new guy a Republican or Democrat? Does it fucking matter? No, it sure don't. Unless they were going to actually do something they promised and follow through on it. And they're not, because all the Dems will do now is come in. They have so much orange man bad brain that whatever they come in and do, they just knee jerk the opposite. That's why they fucked up Spirit Airlines. That's why we messed up immigration. Not because we're dumb and don't know anything. It's because the politics are so much more important than the governance, than the leadership. So now it's like, he did that, we're doing the opposite. And that's what we do. And that doesn't work. That's not strategy. That's not planning. That's not good government. It's not strategic. It's what, married couples do when they fight. Hey, me, I'll screw him back. It's revenge. It's stupidity. And of course, so Trump is like, I'm going to get retribution against someone. Well, that's his game. He's good at that. Lying and retribution and hate and evil. He comes from Roy Cohn. He's a New York real estate mogul. What do you expect? He treats Congress like it's a tenant rent board in Brownsville, New York. Like he could care less. He's like, how do we get around him? How do we grease him? How do we slander him? How do we lock them up in court for the next number of years? How do we just neuter them, with legal and financial means? That's what he's always done. That's what he still does. And he knows, anyone knows, except Democrats apparently, that Congress has no power right now, no authority. 3 out of 3 branches are all his, and he has a mandate to do whatever he wants. And there's not even an opposition Democrat who can make a reasonable speech I watched them go after Warsh, the new Fed guy who's getting rubber stamped in. They just sounded the same idiots, sounded the same idiotic way as Spirit Airlines. Only this time Liz was getting admonished by right-wing douchebags for being, mean and not decorum or whatever. And the guy was up there just being pleasant. But I don't care about mean or decorum. What I care is the person arguing for me is being a mean-spirited person with no info. Be mean, but have some fucking info. If you're gonna yell like me, back it up, have something. But she doesn't. She comes in with the same old, outdated, oligarch bad, poor good arguments. And it's like, no, this is America. It's capitalism. Oligarch bad, poor good doesn't work here. Middle good. Oligarch kind of bad, poor kind of bad, middle very good. Why are you not supporting the middle, Liz? The poor are not going to make it work. But they give you votes. They keep you in power for, 70 years or so? And I don't want to go there, but I have to. I used to do this with the insider trading. If you say the word Pelosi, all the Democrats go, it's a Republican slam because she invests. No, it's because she makes $260 million investing, and there are ETFs now in your 401k that track her and other congressional picks. If you just follow Pelosi and the Democrats from this ETF, it's up 71%. Is your account up 71%? Since October, the market tanked. It's just coming back. But they're up 71% over the years, up over 300%. They come out of committee meetings with inside information and they trade on it. They don't. They get their spouse or their old broker or their cousin Billy or somebody else. So it sits off there in a trust fund in another name, but that's still them doing it. And it goes on their bottom line and it's on their taxes, which they don't pay. They get loopholes to get around, or they pay, whatever, but that's fine. But that's another reason you can't get rid of all the rich people, Liz, because they're the ones paying the tax. I know you think they don't. It's all loopholes and this and that, but like Bill Maher said, he pays 60% of his money in taxes. Listen, I'm a happy Dem liberal, whatever. I don't want to pay 60% of my earnings to anyone. I don't even like paying 10, 15%. I'm on a fixed income right now, and you're doing such a good job that I owe $20,000 in taxes as a retired guy with a fixed income who made nothing, just because I took some money out of my IRA. So now I owe taxes full on all of that. No Democrats helping me. They don't give a fuck about that. because I'm not a woman in a burqa trying to escape Afghanistan. I don't understand. I'm more concerned about America, like here. And I'm not going to go run out and vote for these other clods, but what are you offering? Name me 5 decent national potential candidates now from the Democrat side. And then name it without Newsom, Kamala Harris, or I don't know, who else even? Who else? Buttigieg? He doesn't want to run. Tallarico, you guys will kill him. You don't want him in there. Establishment Dems won't want him. He's way too social or liberal-esque, And he's an evangelical Christian. So the evangelical Christian is too far left for my left now. But, like this guy said, we don't have a problem. It's nothing. It's all the Republicans' fault. But it's like, no, folks. This is kind of, I don't know what to say about it anymore. But anyway, everybody have a great day today. Peace out. No one told you they love you today. I do.